Hello Virgo, you're up next. Happy birthday. It's Virgo season, isn't it? I'm just going to take this tourmaline off and use the tincture bells to cleanse any energy. I have given them a good shuffle, but just to cleanse any residue energy from the Cappy reading that we've just done. So cover your ears if you're sensitive. Just the one needed there, I can feel it. These are ready to talk to you. I'm going to start with an oracle card just to get your general current energy before we pull some tarot. So here we go, straight in. How have you been finding the super full moon? I hope you've got lots of fun things you've been doing for your birthday or that you're going to be doing for your birthday. Can I have a card for Virgo's current energy, please? I want to be a queen. Stating your sovereignty, declaring freedom and passing a test. Oh, interesting. I don't think I've ever pulled this card before. This is from Alice the Wonderland Oracle deck, and I'll read from the book for this. Number 33. I'm just getting a message through actually. Has there been some reminiscing recently over something from the past, or maybe a reconnection? I know we've had Venus in retrograde and also Mercury. I think we've got 5 planets in retrograde at the moment currently. So there could have been some reminiscing over things from the past. I'm going to read from the book. So I want to be a queen. I'm not sure why that message came through, but when Alice declares she does not want to be anybody's prisoner, she is establishing her self-determination. She is a free person, even in the strange world she finds herself within. She will not allow herself to be imprisoned, enslaved, or taken into captivity, even if her incarnation was to be comfortable. She declares her intent strongly. She wants to be a queen, a ruler in her own right, a person who has power, influence, and will take charge of herself in her own world. And she will embrace all the responsibility and security that comes with that role. When this card comes to you, you are being asked to free yourself from any captivity, enslavement, or imprisonment. You do not wish to be anybody's prisoner. You were born to be free. It's time to liberate yourself from any shackles and embrace your innate power. You also want to go further than freedom. You are seeking power, not so much power over others, but the kind of power that sees you able to help yourself, make wonderful choices, rule with justice and compassion, and forge your own destiny. You are ready to become the queen and make your own choices in your own way. You are set to rule your world, indeed, to shape your world. You will no longer ask for permission to come and go. You will declare, make the rules, and decide what takes place in your dominion. Instead of fearing your power, you will embrace it and the enormous energy that comes with stepping into your own potential. What a beautiful energy. Okay, so not one I would expect to come through for Virgo, because I know you not everyone obviously, these are general readings, but you can quite often get your fulfillment through cheerleading others on and being in service to a certain extent in sometimes in the background and not being up front and in the foreground. But I don't think this is about that. I think it's more about you stepping up and saying all the things that you do offer, they maybe aren't being seen for the importance they have and the value that they have. I think this is about feeling your own value as well, your own worth, and knowing that the things you do offer are important and worthy of more. I was just going to say, is it possible that you've imprisoned yourself to an extent and maybe held yourself in places that aren't for your highest good? The reminiscing came through at the beginning. Message. I pulled this card, but I hadn't read from the book yet. So I'm wondering if you're thinking back on possibly relationships or work situations or places of the mind that have kept you feeling stuck and not being able to be yourself in the past, and you're now starting to feel like, no, I'm not doing that anymore. I'm actually putting myself first. And yes, it's not a power over others. It's not a want for power in that way. It's a stepping back into your own power, your own sovereignty, and making sure that you get the best outcomes for yourself as well as other people. But that you won't put yourself at the back anymore. You won't put everyone else before you all the time. My throat's just gone. The old throat chakra, I think it might be an issue, or it has been an issue, or it's been hard for you to speak up for yourself in certain ways in the past. So I'm feeling now you're starting to align with that energy of, I'm not doing that anymore, which is beautiful for September and going into October. Quite an autumnal kind of colour scheme as well to this card, isn't there? I feel like it's going to be a good season for you. Okay, oh wow, straight away. So we've got a card for your past energy already, which is the Page of Cups in reverse. And we're going now for current energy for Virgo. And I have a card for Virgo's current energy or present goings on. I keep being drawn to that card. It's a really lovely place to be stepping into, that is Virgo. Congrats, because I don't feel like it's an easy thing for you to have done. Can I have a card for Virgo current energy, please? Universe, ancestors, guides. The Ace of Cups, lovely, new opportunities. And your future energy, the Page of Pentacles. And now we're going to get a card for the energy that surrounds you, or the energy that's available to you through this coming period. You may not be aware of it, or you might be being asked to tap into it. And we'll also pull a block card, something that's restricting you from achieving that energy as well. What's blocking Virgo at the moment from reaching this energy? Oh wow, there's a lot there. Right, okay. I was drawn specifically to the moon there, and I'll take the Four of Pentacles off the bottom of the deck as well. And then some advice from your guides for the last card. Nice to end with a little bit of guidance, isn't it? A guidance card, please, for Virgo for September coming into October. Oh, they don't want to talk to me. Okay, we have it. So, let me just take a sip of my tea. I will start to tap into some of these energies for you, Virgo. Okay, so we've got the Page of Cups in reverse, the Ace of Cups in your present energy, Page of Pentacles in your future. Interesting to get to these blocks. We've got the Moon there and the Four of Pentacles, and for your guidance we've got the Fool. So let's start with your past energy. This is it upright, but it's come through in reverse for you. Straight away, as soon as it turned over, I felt an energy of, I think in the past, you may have been willing to believe everything, that not everything. That makes it sound, trying to think of a better way to put it. You've maybe fallen for some things that weren't full truths, or you've felt you've been quite open to see the best in people. That's probably the better way to put it. That might be why you're starting now to go, no, actually, I'm putting myself first, because I listened to that in the past and it didn't turn out to be what I thought it was. Or I was sold some mistruths, or and this could be as far as sort of your beliefs even, but it's cups, and cups quite often are emotion based. So whether that be in a relationship or multiple relationships, it could be like friends have told you things that you've believed, or a partner, or your boss. Or it could be that you've spiritually, you've took everything at face value, maybe in the past, and realised that it's just not all it's cracked up to be. It can be lots of different sort of things around that you've been open enough to believe. But there's a feeling of a realisation here. So I think you're aware of this. You're aware and you've seen it, and obviously it's a past energy. So you've become aware that maybe you do that, or have done that. Maybe no more. And then the Ace of Cups in your present situation, or current energy. What a card to get on super full moon. I know it's a blue moon, not a blood moon, but still. Again, emotion based. It looks like there's new opportunities around you right now, and you could be sort of opening your eyes to them and seeing just opportunities everywhere. And it could be because you've changed your approach to things. You know, you've decided, no, I'm not. I know where I've been in the past. I can see where I might have gone wrong. I now want to be stepping into my power, my sovereignty, putting myself not at the back of everyone else, and it's maybe allowing you to see these new opportunities around you. Now, they're only opportunities, so you do have to take action on them. And sometimes it's knowing which, isn't it? But it does feel a little bit like, almost like a gift from the universe. It feels like, what I'm getting is, we see you've done the work, you've made some changes, you're taking a new approach. Here's a cup. Here's a new cup. What will you do with it? It's exciting. It feels exciting. So it'd be interesting to see what we get with blocks there, to see if there are any that might stop you from taking these opportunities that are available to you, or this specific opportunity. And in the future position, we've got the Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles comes through in so many different ways for me in different readings. Let's see what this one offers. Okay, so you almost look like you're sitting pretty coming through September and into October. I feel quite pleased, like a feeling of I've made the right choice there. There's grapes in this, and he's drinking wine. That the grapes represent quite often in tarot something that's hard to grow, and you're abundant in grapes at the moment. He's got grapes here, he's got grapes there, he's drinking wine. It's almost like you've hit a bit of a point where you're like, yeah, I've grown this. I had the vision. And it's not that you're finished by any means, but it is almost like you're taking a moment to appreciate how far you've come, and you know there's so much more for you to be accomplishing and more growth to be had. But it feels like you've reached like a level and gone, I'm just gonna take this in. Actually, I've done this. You know, it's a good thing. I'm getting a very, very faint sort of pull to mention. So I'll mention it. Don't get stuck in that moment for too long. I always encourage everyone to stop and appreciate their achievements. Absolutely, because we don't do it enough. There's just a very small little energy that's tugging on me, almost saying, just remind, don't get too smug. Don't fall into smugness. It's getting the balance right. But it's a very tiny little energy. So I don't know whether that might be relevant for maybe just a couple of you, but I have to mention it because I can feel it tugging at me almost. So I know you don't want to have to say this, but do remind them, don't get too smug. Okay, next up, we have the Four of Wands in reverse. So this is the energy that's available to you at the moment, or the energy that's around you. Now it's in reverse, and quite often I feel different things with this card. With the Four of Wands specifically, it can quite often mean like reaching a goal. It can sometimes mean marriage, or a portal, sort of almost ready to step into the next chapter. It's in reverse, and I think you're at that point just before. There's a new chapter available to, well, yeah, that would make sense, wouldn't it, with the Ace of Cups, a new opportunity. Again, so two very similar cards, but the Four of Wands is in reverse, so it's almost saying there could be like a leveling up as well, but it's not quite time. I feel like this is saying this is almost the energy that's available to you, but not quite. I think you're in this time of appreciating how far you've already come, and being ready to seize that opportunity. But the finish line is far from, you're far from at the finish line. There's like so much more, but that's not a negative thing, especially in this position. It's saying you've maybe hit a level, but it's almost time to level up or go into the next chapter, the next phase. Now, what's stopping that then? What is stopping that next phase? Let's have a look. The moon. That's a moon energy for you. And the Four of Pentacles. So, these two cards together as your blocks and restrictions. The moon can sometimes speak of something that's hidden, not yet, you can't yet see it. It could be internal things that are going on that need resolving or releasing, especially around the full moon. It might be time for you to release some things. The Four of Pentacles is, you could be holding on too tightly to something, so it's not allowing you to step into this next chapter, because that there could be a fear here around stepping into the next chapter, because you could almost feel, yeah, that Page of Pentacles now. I know why that energy came through now, that tugging energy. It's almost sitting pretty, isn't it? And if you reach something, there's times where you found a comfort zone then, and you can get stuck there. That's what that nagging energy was. So that will be because there's some kind of fear, possibly about stepping outside your comfort zone, leveling up, going into the next chapter, holding on too tightly to what you've already achieved. There's no reason why you can't have what you've already achieved and still move on as well to something new. Not move on as in leave something behind, build on what you've already started. I'm just looking to see what stands out to me in these cards, see if there's anything else. Yeah, I've never seen that in the moon card before. This looks to me in this reading for some reason like an anchor, like there's something anchored in you that you need to release, I think, and find a little bit more freedom. What was that first card that opened the reading? Stating your sovereignty, declaring your freedom, passing a test. Yeah, I think there's some kind of fear or underlying belief system or something hidden here that you're holding on to, that you need to release so that you can move on to the next chapter for yourself. That's definitely a strong energy coming through. And then your advice from your guides. The Fool. I love the Fool. That and the Star, I think, are my two favourite cards in the whole of the tarot. The Fool, your guidance, is asking you to step into the unknown, to step out of your comfort zones and explore with wonder what's next. She's just about to, I hope you can see her. I haven't got the best camera equipment, I'm on my iPhone. She's stepping into the tree, into the unknown, into the starry galaxy, and there's sort of fairies around and spiders spinning their webs, and it just feels very magical and like a new adventure. And I think you're being asked to take a leap of faith here and step into something that might be a little uncomfortable for you because you don't know the outcome. But where do we get without ever stepping into the new, the unknown? So that is your guidance, the Fool. So in a nutshell, it's quite a journey I feel like I've been on with you today. So we've got stating your sovereignty, so learning that in the past you might have believed things that weren't as true as you would have liked, or the expectations you had didn't turn out the way you expected. I feel like you've definitely changed your approach on something here, and you've decided to step into your sovereignty, not put yourself to the back of the queue, but actually bring yourself forward and make sure that while you're serving others, you're also making sure you're looked after yourself. You and yours are looked after. And then we've got the new opportunity that's showing itself because you've done that. Also, the Page of Pentacles, realising how far you've come and been really pleased with that and quite comfortable with that. And then the Four of Wands, which is a new level, a new a stepping the commitment up a little bit, or taking the next steps to something new and fulfilling, but something also that you're passionate about, but that's sort of blocked a little bit at the moment because you've got this hidden fear and you're holding on a little bit too tight to maybe an old belief system or a fear around moving forward or being successful or what it might bring. And then we have the Fool card, which is your guidance, asking you to take the leap of faith. Trust yourself, trust your intuition. You've gained your sovereignty now. You have power over your choices. You have power over the decisions you make and where your life goes. And you know what? If you take a step into the unknown, it's not what you like. You can always take a step in a different direction. So that is what I'm feeling for you from this reading. Fabulous reading. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. I will see you next time, guys. Bye-bye.